Hi besties, I hope you're ready for your friendly neighbourhood otaku to take you to Disneyland. Unfortunately, we brought the British River with us and it was pouring down on our first day, so we had our umbrellas out and we were shivering like wet dogs. Our first order of business was trying to procure tickets for Zootopia 2, but we couldn't discern which showing was the French or the English showing, but after a while we finally had our big brains on and realised that OV meant original voice. We then purchased our tickets and went off to get some food at Annette's Diner, which is an American-style restaurant located in the park. And we got an all-American breakfast, complete with bacon, sausages, toast, hash browns, scrambled egg, and even pancakes. I felt like an American living her European fantasy. Call me Scarrlet in Paris. Delicious. After we were stuffed from our brunch, we headed into the park and over towards Sleeping Beauty's castle. I never actually seen Sleeping Beauty before, so I don't actually know what her castle looked like in the movie, but in real life, it looked adorable. I loved the pastel pink and blues. And then we went on to find popcorn to bring with us to Zootopia 2 showing, which we were super excited about as we actually dressed up as Judy and Nick in their Zootopia 2 outfits. Once the film was over, we wanted to get some photos with the Zootopia 2 cutout, but then some random people wanted pictures of us and I was really awkward. And then we headed off to the animation space where we were going to actually meet Nick and Judy. So we scurried over there because we didn't want to miss the last showing of the day. And we knew the queues tended to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours to meet these special edition characters. You can probably see I don't have my ears on my head, and neither does Trixie. We were actually dress coded and told to remove our ears as we were in costumes. And here we are at the animation space, and that is the queue. But while Trixie held my space, I headed onto the Avengers flight ride by myself as a single rider and held onto my wig for dear life out of fear it would fly off. But now the moment we had finally been waiting for had come. It was our turn to meet Judy and Nick, and we were so happy. Of course we were dressed up as them, and I literally was living my best life meeting Nick, and we posed for some photos. As we were the last people of the day, we actually spent some time with them posing, dancing around, having a little jig, and it was amazing. And it was probably the highlight of my experience in Disneyland Paris. But of course, all good things come to an end, and we had to leave because Nick and Judy, they needed to rest. So we headed off into the park and headed off to an area which was dedicated to a lot of Pixar Disney films. And look how cute we look, a little bit sweaty, but we were having a good time. I loved this weird little gate and this claw, which I thought was pretty neat. Now we're going on to the Cars ride. I didn't expect to enjoy this ride as much as I did. I thought it was going to be a generic kiddie ride, but it actually had a reasonable amount of thrills. So this ride is fun for all the family. At first, it started off very drab, but then fire. This fire scared the bejesus out of me. And then to put out the fires, there came a torrent of water, which did get me soaked, which is probably why Trixie made me sit on the left hand side, because she was sly and she knew it was coming. She framed it as, hey girl, you need to film this, but really she just wanted me to get wet, which was not on my radar for the day. And then the ride threw me around, which is probably her payback. I slammed into her. But of course, no trip to Disneyland Paris has been complete unless you visit the array of gift shops they have on offer. I was rather surprised that I actually contained myself from walking around because I am a sucker for cute things. Now, after salivating over these macarons, we headed over onto Crush's coaster, which is one of the rides which is really rare in Disney parks. There was a bit of a long queue for the ride, and sadly I didn't actually film it because I was scared to drop my phone, but just envision how exciting it was. It was also lots of dark bits in the ride, but this is what it looked like. Here are the weird little birds from the film, the mine seagulls, and then we headed back out to film some TikToks. Amazing! And look how cute I look. My makeup is staying. I was happy, and it was time to head over to Avengers Campus for the Spider-Man ride. I surprisingly enjoyed this ride, but it is interactive, and you have to put your hands into like a Spider-Man web slinging pose to fire at these little spider bots to help Spider-Man on his quest, and it is a workout on this ride, mind you. I really did enjoy this ride, and I think any Marvel fan will also enjoy getting on an interactive Spider-Man ride. I also realised that every ride had a gift shop attached to it, and when we came out, we were just in time for a Doctor Strange show, which was really exciting.
Je pense que tout ceci te semble familier. Qu'est-ce que tu manigances?
The parlor tricks taught at Comertage are useless here, Strange. This isn't my brand, but it is, however, witchcraft.
Because it was raining, the lights compared to the special effects used made it look so much more magical, and it was utterly amazing to see the show in person. And of course, me being a baddie, I love the baddie who portrayed Agatha. Absolutely amazing. Trying to wear the same outfit as this guy. On a star, it don't matter who you are. It kind of felt like a lot of day one was gift shops upon gift shops, but it was nice to look at all of the different merchandise here. Some of it was so adorable, and of course we loved the Zootopia 2 merch. I saw this cute little Nick hat, which I thought was adorable. Wasn't gonna buy it though. I'm not a hat girly. And then these weird little cars. Nick's eyebrows need a plucking because it looks kind of strange. As we left the shop, it started to snow. Everything was too cute for us, so we decided to get spooky at the Haunted Manor ride. This ride was surprisingly really enjoyable. There were loads of jump scares, creepy special effects, and I loved this scene the most. I don't know how they did it, but there was ghosts dancing on the ride, and this bride totally felt for her.
Word.
You make me say marry me.
After Haunted Manor, it was time for Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, Pirates of the Caribbean was my favourite Disney live action, and I'm sad to say I was disappointed by this ride. I heard the ride inspired the movie, but the best thing about this ride was the animatronic Captain Jack Sparrow. Everything else, mid. Was not happy with this ride. There was no frills, no Will Turner, no Barbossa. What the hell, Disney? Fix it! And to finish the day, we got some alcoholic beverages because no food restaurants were actually open. So we got this. Look at that.
Very sparkly.
Try it. Try everything.
My contact lens moved. Oh.
Don't try everything.
Not this one, Gazelle.
Why go for more? And there you have it, besties. Day one of our Disney Paris trip is over. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you stay tuned for day 2. Let me know what you liked about this vlog, and if you have been to Disneyland Paris before, and if you haven't been, do you think you will go anytime soon? Alright, besties, bye-bye and see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.